2, 1. Hello, break divers worldwide on YouTube. We've got Monroe Man here, YouTube number
And
one
me,
live
Ruben.
stream on his channel, and robotics and gardening extraordinaire, Mr. Ruben.
Extraordinaire.
Yes, Mr. Ruben
Well,
Bauwens. Let me
thank you.
ask you this: what's your native language? Your first language? Is it
That would be Dutch.
is Dutch. So we got to have a Dutch conversation during this for a little bit. My Dutch
Th-
is very rudimentary, but at least I can chat with someone for a minute.
This is going to be good. I am interested to see how expert you are in
No,
Dutch.
no, you're interested to see how non-expert I am in
I
Dutch.
don't think it is. I don't think it is up to me to be judging of how good or how bad you are.
No, it's gonna. It'll be a little bit. I'll be able to talk for a few moments. We'll give it a shot. We'll wait till some people get here. For those of you
Exactly.
new to the channel, if you're just watching this, break diving is a philosophy. Don't wait for opportunities to float to the surface. You got to dive in and make those big breaks yourself. We have a break diver's creed. What is it, Ruben?
No rules, no excuses, and no regrets.
Oh yeah. And do you know we have a
Words
new
to live
community
by.
motto? Do you know about the new community motto?
I have not heard it yet.
Dream big, mentor often, achieve together.
I think that's even better.
Well,
I
it's
think
not
that is
replacing the break divers creed.
no. I know it isn't, but
So the break divers creed is for you as an individual.
yeah,
The community motto is how you interact with others in the community and in the world.
indeed. I
So
think as a person, if you know to grow in a efficient manner, I think you'll be as efficient in teaching others. So first and foremost, like you said, the Break Divers Creed: no rules, no excuses, no regrets, as is for you as a person. And I think as you grow as a person, you will start to implement the group creed almost, as you will, to teach others.
I agree, and I found that the more often I help others, the more I get helped in return. And I mean, just think about I created this community out of nothing, out of the love of my heart to try to help people. And look what Ishmael did. He coded the entire mobile app, didn't ask for any money, is not expecting any money. He's doing it because he wants to help me and help
Indeed,
make this community bigger and better than it is. So, and even you too. I mean, you spend time helping me. We just spent some time chatting, and we
indeed.
mentor each other, we guide each other, we help one another.
I think that is also the best way to grow as a person is to put your not only your own ideas out there, but to put the interest out there to understand how other people have got to, as we were discussing before, their level one.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think that is one of the best ways to grow is not to say, "Hey, look, I've achieved this, worship me," but it's to say, I put in my platform of work and effort. I put my load into this. I achieved my level one, and I'm interested to see how everybody around me got to their level one.
Mm-hmm.
Did they go through the same
You,
course,
you
or
know
did
you
they?
did you reminded me of something else that you said. It's not about, by the way, for those of you just joining, we're talking about the break diving dive certification program on
Indeed,
breakdiving.io, and our mobile app is coming out in 2 weeks. You can get certified on all these cool things that you've done in life. So French level 1, JavaScript level 6, whatever it may be. And yes, I own crypto. Maybe one day we will have a break diving cryptocurrency,
indeed.
which is interesting. But I like how you said it's not about look how great I am, worship me.
No, because
It,
it
it,
isn't.
and it's not, and that's not, and I needed you to help remind me of that, because I mean I'm so desperate for break diving to succeed. I listen to what anybody has to say, and I'm glad you helped guide me and say no, don't go down that road of watering down what it means to be a break diver just to satisfy the egos of other people.
Yeah,
And
indeed. That's the way you will weaken yourself, and pretty much not to be like very much of a Johnny Raincloud, but If you downgrade yourself in the long run because you say, "Oh, I'm not succeeding. I'm gonna make this easier and downgrade myself." In the long run, you're setting yourself up for failure because you're on a downscaling hillside, pretty much just saying, "Oh, I have to compromise. I have to," and the
Mhm.
only way you're going is down.
Yeah, if you keep compromising before you're watered down, then you're exactly like every other. Breakdiving is just any other social media site, and
Indeed.
we need to, what's going to make it soar is the fact that we're not like other social media. We are a very unique community.
And we're
Um,
a community who has each other's back and who, instead of laying down fire on something that you might have done wrong in the past, we will listen. We will give our opinion, but we will not say you're horrible for doing this and
we
leave you with a bad feeling or a bad conscience. So
so we got a bunch of. Uh, I don't know if these are spammers or if they are.
no. There are people who are pretty much
They're,
talking about cryptocurrency
yeah, I
and
don't
crypto
know if
business
they're. I
and
don't.
stuff.
All I can say is if any of you put a link or try to take people to another website, you're getting banned from the channel. So
That
don't
is
don't
true.
don't use this as an opportunity to pitch something. How for those of you who are real, my
Check
experience with
check
crypto,
out breakdiving.io.
I own lots of cryptocurrency. I I've made a profit overall. I've lost a lot of money on some cryptocurrencies, but on Dogecoin and Bitcoin, I made a profit. I'm not a super wealthy person, so it's not like I put millions of dollars into it, but I made enough in it that I'm happy just to let it sit there and see what happens. Do you own any crypto? You, Ruben?
I do? No, no,
No. Okay.
no, I didn't. I'm a bit too yeah, I know I think too scared to invest in my current situation into a virtual currency. Um I'm trying to build up any if you can call it a life for my own.
You're trying to build up the bank account filled with real currency first.
I have to build up a more stable life for myself at the current moment.
That's good. Now
Getting
that makes
to
sense. Hey, we need to
getting
get
to
some likes.
certify.
We need to get some likes from you guys. Unless I see some likes, then it's like there's nobody in the live chat. So
Yeah,
we got
I mean
0 likes.
we're
Double.
at 4 people. Come on, everybody drops a like. We're getting on here.
Do you have a tattoo on
Mm,
your arm there?
I have actually 10 tattoos. I
Did you?
have I
Oh
have
my
clay
gosh!
in my neck. I have a text on my chest. And I have
Look at that. Is that a rose?
this is a rose. There's a flower pattern here. I have more flower patterns here. I have a crow. Yeah, I have
Hmm.
a gecko. I have a ghost. I have a massive skull, real life black and white skull. It's yeah.
Someone's
I've
calling
had
you the human pencil.
oh yeah, human pencil.
He's not the human pencil. He's the
I mean,
human canvas.
yeah, indeed. I am a key. I am a kind of a canvas right now. Um,
Do you know I
unfortunately,
have tattoos? Did you know I have tattoos?
I think I've seen them on past pictures.
Oh yeah. Uh, right there in Chinese, Wuzhu Shu, Meijiako, and then up there is Bu Hui, which means no rules, no excuses, no regrets.
Break Diver's Creed,
I got the Break Divers Creed. Boom. You know what I should do on my left arm now is dream big, mentor often, achieve together.
indeed. Or you should
Mm,
put that on your back in a big line.
that would be good. Or I'll put on the back breakdiving.io. You can sign up for free.
Human pencil, the necklace boy.
What's he saying here? The necklace boy. Oh,
I
me.
think
You're calling
yeah.
me the human pencil?
No,
Why is he calling me a human pencil? I don't know why. Big Pepper says, India guy, if you want to learn about crypto, YouTube is the answer. Just be careful of scammers and listen to people that have facts behind them. I think everybody should own some crypto. I would just consider it as any other investment. Don't put all your money in one investment. Don't invest any money that you need for rent or for food or for your college education. And don't invest in something just because somebody tells you to invest in it.
Yeah,
Go do your own research.
I think it's 50 25 15 rule over here, or 50 25 25 rule. It's how you spend your income, how much you use on rent, how much you use. It's this kind of spending goal that you set for yourself. You When you get your pay slip, that
Yeah.
you can calculate how much percentage you have to have on rent, how
We
much you need
say
for
your
food,
paycheck.
water. Yeah. So how are you going to divide that over a month? And I think that is what is currently kind of helping me to get up on my feet.
Years ago, it used to be no more than 30% of your income on rent, but that's become very unrealistic in
That has
modern
indeed
times.
become sadly very unrealistic.
And now it's like you said, I think it's like 50, like 55, 60%, which is
Yeah,
just it's terrible that the rents are going up, but the job income
yeah,
is not
it's
going
going
up to
down.
match.
No.
Mm.
I think over here, most people make upwards of about um between 1800 to 2600 a month. Um, and I think one of the big cities around me, Ghent, I think you'll find a apartment to rent for upwards of about half of your monthly income.
Yeah.
That's just rent. That's just
So
property
hey,
rent.
Ruben, 2025, can it be the year when you and I each make $200,000 per year? What do you say?
Can it be the year where I hopefully win 10 million in the lottery? I am hoping for it, but is it likely? I
How
don't
much
think
are
so.
you? How much money are you? First of all, Aditya, yes, I see your messages. We'll get to them in a. I always go through all the messages.
Yeah,
By the way, my name is Monroe Mann from Break Diving. This is Ruben
Ruben.
Bauwens. He's also a member of Break Diving, and
Yes,
our community is all about taking life by the reins and by the horns and wrestling
seizing the
it,
day.
seizing the day, wrestling your dreams into submission.
Indeed.
Um, Let me just read this comments right there. Long neck, eraserhead. He was calling me that. Thank you.
Here,
Big
here.
Pepper, I have a tattoo that says don't invest in crypto. Big Pepper says my opinion is that crypto is not going to age well. Evil Twin says pay your rent, your landlord hates you. Thank you very much. Evil Twin, house plus taxes plus water bill plus repairs. Yeah. You know,
Houses are not free.
you know what they're
Monroe
thinking about
pencil.
doing? They're doing in Florida, maybe getting rid of property tax.
Ooh,
So the proposal is, and the governor is supporting it, you buy a house in Florida, it's yours forever.
damn.
There is no, I think that makes so much sense. Why do you just go from paying one landlord to going to paying another one called the government?
Yeah.
It's just crazy. Houses are not free. Monroe with the pencil. Thank you, Evil Twin. Evil Twin does not like Florida.
Yeah. Nope, he doesn't. Yeah.
um,
But hey, I think despite everything that is happening, we can still call ourselves rich, even if we are not rich in a financial way. We are rich with the knowledge that we have, with the friends that we have.
if that's the case, Ruben, I am a multi-trillionaire, and it hasn't done much for me.
I think if it helps you expand your knowledge, I think it does so.
I want like I have big philosophies. Lots of them. It's what breakdiving is founded upon and all that.
Yeah,
I would like my life to become a huge success, so I become the poster child for breakdiving's philosophy. Like I'm waiting for like all of my knowledge. Like I have so many people who tell me that everything that I've done is wrong. Like Monroe, you focus on too many things. Monroe, you're all over the place. Monroe, just pick one thing. I want all of my things to succeed. So I go, see, I was right.
I think indeed
while you're collecting your thoughts, Evil Twin actually said something very funny. He said Richard could call himself rich. That's
It
right.
is. He
He's
can
rich
call himself rich.
no matter what. It's also like my name is Monroe Man, so even if I become transgender and become a
You can
woman,
still
I am
call
still a
yourself
man.
man.
I would be the most confusing transgender person on the planet. Am I right?
Yes,
Hi, my name is Monrovia Man. I am a woman, formerly
Monrovia
a
man.
man, but I'm still a man. But I'm a woman. Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh man. I don't know. Have you seen the movie Rush Hour 3?
I think I've seen all the Rush Hours, but I don't remember any of the particulars.
There's a particular scene where Chris Tucker, the African American actor, he's talking to this old Chinese blind guy, and they have this confusing name calling little discussion where the older man is he's called you, but like why you?
Uh huh.
And and then there's this other guy in the dojo where they're at, and he's called me. So he's like, he is me and I am you, and it's this confusing conversation that they have, but it is extremely funny.
That sounds. I now it makes me want to go watch that again because
Yeah,
I don't
I
remember
think
that
I
scene.
think you even can find the scene on YouTube, but it's this very confusing yet funny scene.
I will check that out. Evil Twin says I'm not going. I've been to Florida many times. Always left frustrated. Look, every place has its pros and cons,
Indeed,
and I agree. I mean, there are some things that I love about Florida. I love that in general it's a more freedom loving state. I like the fact that there's no income tax here. I like the fact that it's generally safe. Like I'm in Miami Beach, it's a very safe city. The police are everywhere. One of the things I don't like about Florida, it's super hot down here. There aren't four seasons. The people are less sophisticated than I feel like the people are in New York City. People
yeah,
don't have as big a
and you have the
dreams.
Everglades. You have
And
the
the,
Everglades.
and the Everglades and Gators.
Yep, and
So
pythons.
and pythons. I got certified to catch Florida pythons.
Ooh,
So I went to a course and they taught me how to grab the stick and to put it on its head and then to go with my other hand and grab its neck and
yeah, you
grab
gotta
it.
grab it right behind the thickening lobe.
Yeah, and how to pick it up and then crazy. And those pythons when they're getting scared, there's poop everywhere and it smells so bad. They excrete this. Oh,
I've caught garter snakes and rat snakes over here. They're way smaller. They're like 6 feet, but still when like you say
they're
when
like
they get
this. They're like
scared,
this. This their diameter is like this, right?
yeah, it's like about 2 fingers
How,
maximum.
how did you
But
catch it too, bud? You put a stick around the neck?
no,
So-
you know how we have the what it's called a snake hook.
yeah,
It's this long pole, metal pole with a curve on it.
yeah. They gave us
I
that
didn't
too.
have one. I didn't have one at the time when I caught them. But what I did, um, I still kind of find myself a genius for doing this. We have paint rollers over here,
Oh, and that's
and
exactly the same shape. Yes.
it is the same shape. I pulled off the roller,
Yeah, and
and
you
I
stuck it
had
on the end of a stick.
exactly. I had my own homemade perfect snake hook, and I went herping oh, for weeks throughout the summer, and I think it was 2017 to 2019. Um, yeah, that was a fantastic time. I also fell on a 2-inch shard of glass at the time, and my knee was punctured.
Oh
But
no.
that's okay. It's fine. I can walk. So um, but yeah, indeed, so many little aspects, so many little things that over time you're like, I did that when I was that old, and now I'm way
Yeah, dude, you're
older.
26. I'm 47. Imagine how I feel.
Well,
And, and go to some of these comments here.
yep.
Evil Twin says, "You, I'm you. Leo says, "Where are you from?" I'm from New York originally. Now I live in Florida. I've lived all around the world on almost every continent except for Antarctica.
Yep.
Uh, and
I'm
this
from
is
Belgium.
Ruben Bauwens, and he lives in Belgium. How far do
Yes.
you live from Brussels?
I'd say up and around 30 miles.
Oh, so you're very close. Is there a very close train you can take, or do you have to drive to
Uh,
Brussels?
I can take the train station that is about a 10-minute walk from my house.
Okay.
And I would be in Brussels after about 45 minutes to an hour.
Do you drive or do you use a bicycle where you live?
Uh, I currently do not have a driver's license. I am aiming for my motorcycle license
Okay.
somewhere this year, but I also do have to get an apartment switch. So I will rather be focusing on my apartment than on my driver's license.
Why don't
But
you get a bicycle and just ride the bike to the
I,
to
I
the
have
bus
a
station?
I have a electric fed bike.
Ah, okay. All right, we're
So
gonna do we're gonna do my let's practice Dutch with Ruben class now. You ready?
oh, this is not good. Uh,
This is what?
this is not gonna be good.
Oh,
It's gonna be interesting.
this is,
Um,
all right. So wait, ready? Here we go. It's a very little,
Go
and
ahead.
I want you to speak in normal Dutch with me, and I can see if I can understand you.
Okay.
So, uh, first thing,
I'm listening.
goedemorgen,
Goedemorgen.
goedemorgen, hoe gaat het?
Het gaat goed.
You have to talk to me too. You have to have a normal conversation. You just
Hoe
say
gaat het
I'm
met jou?
good and then you don't respond.
Hoe gaat
Wait,
het met
wait,
jou?
wait. Hoe gaat het?
Het gaat goed. Hoe gaat het met jou?
Uh, ja, ik ook gaat goed. Ik gaat
Um,
goed.
you can say alles gaat goed met mij.
Wait,
Um,
alles?
alles, which means everything.
Okay.
Gaat goed met mij.
Alles gaat goed.
Met mij.
Alles gaat goed met mij.
Yes.
Alles gaat goed met mij. Guys, practice this. That's Dutch. Alles gaat goed. Goed?
Goed. It is Goed.
So good is pronounced goed.
Yeah.
Alles gaat goed met mij.
Yeah. Mij is me. So
Alles gaat goed met mij.
yes.
And
Um,
ask me another question. See if I can understand.
hoe oud ben jij?
Hoe oud ben jij?
It's how old are you?
Oh my gosh, that's brand new. So hoe hot?
Hoe oud?
Who out? Who is how?
Oud? Old?
Who out? Ben
Ben
jij.
jij?
Oh, yay
Ben
is
jij?
you, and
Jij is
Ben
you.
is R.
Yeah. Ben is R, and jij is you.
So I say
So
it one more time.
hoe oud ben jij?
Hoe oud ben jij?
Yeah. It sounds like you're
Ich,
talking Chinese, but it's Dutch.
ich, ich had.
Ik ben.
Oh,
You should
ich
say
ben.
ik ben
Ich ben.
47.
Ich ben 47.
40.
Ich ben
Yeah.
47. Ja,
Yep.
ja, jij? Jaar?
Ik ben
Yeah.
25.
Oh, I am. I don't have to say. Oh, how do you say years old?
Ik ben 47 jaar oud. Jaar oud.
Jaar out. Why do we only have one like? Maybe I'm not
Uh,
doing very well with my Dutch speaking, but Ruben is being a very good Dutch teacher. And you
I am
deserve
not a Dutch.
at least 3 likes. Double tap the screen. Come on. Let's
Yeah,
get to
that would help. Come on,
at
guys.
least 3 likes. Evil Twin
We
says
can get there.
Brussels are cookies. There are no cookies named Brussels.
No,
Are there?
we have waffles here in Brussels,
Waffles.
and Belgium is worldwide known for its beers, chocolate, and waffles.
Beer, chocolate, and waffles. Evil Twin, where are you from? And Leo, where are you from? Anyone on the live stream, where are you
He
from?
says, Evil Twin says, I'm from USA, USA.
Oh, USA. I don't. Yeah, where the heck is USA?
Oh no, he says USA is USA.
Oh,
Oh,
USA.
so he is from the USA.
I have no idea where you are in the USA, so you can let us know. I can't believe we still only have one like. That is really harsh. They
No,
are they
well,
are a tough crowd. That we've only got one like. Why did you join break diving in the first place? Do you remember? Why did you and how did you find
why
the
did I
community?
join? I think because I felt kind of like the missing link in my family. Like my well, I have six brothers and eight sisters.
Mm-hmm.
My I currently have um nine nieces and nephews totaled up, just of my brothers and sisters. So family is growing. One of my sisters is getting married April 12th.
Wow.
Um, but even in this big family, I still was like, I'm missing something. So
Mm-hmm.
I went to look, like many people, online for a bit of a virtual community, and I stumbled on what is now breakdiving.io. um, what was it called before? It was this little,
It was break diving. It was on Slack. Do you remember Slack?
yeah, Slack indeed.
You joined when break diving was on Slack.
Yes, I joined when breakdiving was on Slack.
Wow. So you actually have seen it growing.
I have indeed. That's why I say
Wow.
it's. I think it's been is about 7 years since
Yeah. It,
we
it
got
was
there.
well. 2019 is when we launched on
I
breakdiving.io, and we had it
Yeah,
for like 2 years prior, I think, on Slack.
yeah.
So
I- I've been there since then. So
wow.
yeah, I
You know,
don't think I can find my wait. Let me look. Let me go to my
you know what we have now? When people apply, their application answers get saved to their profile.
mm,
So which is pretty cool. So like we could have gone back
wait.
to
Let
that.
me
We,
see.
we we've coded that recently where now you can actually see.
Profile
Um,
my dives. Whew. All of my
yeah, you only have two dives. You need to get another one certified this month. Do you promise?
I will do my best, my absolute best.
Excuse me.
Um,
I will do my absolute best. That's like when I was in Iraq and I tell the Iraqi soldiers, you need to be here at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. And they'd go, Inshallah, which means God willing.
yeah.
I'm like, no, 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 God willing. You be here at
Well,
8 a.m. tomorrow
imagine
morning.
imagine they would die that night. Maybe a mortar shell strikes
Hey,
and
what?
you
No
die.
excuses. That's the third part of the Break Divers Creed.
And no regrets. You want to regret telling them you have to be here at 8 a.m. tomorrow?
Stop turning the Break Divers Creed against me.
What are you afraid that I'm too good at it?
You are too good at it. I don't like what the heck is going on? Mm.
Yeah. No, my first post on break diving is March 8th, 2019. So
You were
that's
one of the first members because you when we launched
that is over 6 years ago.
over 6 years ago.
That is
And
my
this is the
first post
year
on
when.
IO.
Let me ask you a question. Is that a skylight up above?
That is indeed Skyline.
Is it
It's
dark out
closed.
or is it covered?
No, it's covered.
Oh.
Yeah, it's it's too bright here sometimes, and now it's a warm day, so the sun is shining out real good. We had nine people in chat just now. So where are our likes,
Yeah,
everybody?
where are the
Come
likes?
on.
I don't understand it. I've never had a
We
live
we
stream
can we can
before.
get up to two, boost to three.
Come on, can we increase the number of likes by 100%? Can we go from one to two, please? Can we
Look, guys,
go from one
it's
to
been
two?
6 years since I joined Breakdiving IO. We can get a like for every single year that I've been here.
I think we can. I
We
think
can
we.
do this. We can do this. And we are what we have to understand is we are a community. We are a global community. We have people on breakdiving I think over the entire world, pretty much,
Yeah, I'd say at least 100 countries.
easily.
And the mission with releasing this mobile app stuff is I'm gonna get this, bring everybody back. I think. Can you imagine? Everybody's on their phone. Everybody has the mobile app. They get push notifications, and then it's easy to respond.
Yep.
Then
Here,
the
my
active numbers I think are going to grow. I think it might even grow bigger, more than I even can imagine. And I
indeed,
think you're right
I
that
agree.
the 50 active members. I think that's being way too conservative because I think we could. I think if every. I mean, once the mobile app launches, I'm going to reach out to every single member of Break Diving. We got 1,400, and send them each a message and going, please download the mobile app, log back in.
Let's do this.
And,
Let's boost this activity.
can you imagine? Can you imagine if all of a sudden that we've got like 450 active members?
Just like peak.
Boom!
Yeah, I mean, look here. My first post, March 8th, 2019, 6:09 p.m. Hello, everyone. My name is Ruben Bauwens. I'm 19 years of age. I've been on breakdiving for a while now, and to be here at the launch of this wonderful new community is so great. Great work to the entire breakdiving crew. Thumbs up. You made the first post the same day. Hi, Ruben. Welcome to our first new member here in Europe. Very exciting. You are excited too. Congratulations to us all. That was you six
Wow.
years ago. So,
Six
and then
years
we have
ago.
Shri, Radhika, Leo. Um, yeah,
Radhika's still a member. Lowell is still a member every once in a while. Shri is gone. Give me the other names. I want to say who's here and who's still gone.
I only see Radhika, Leo, Shri, and then you and me.
Oh, okay. Um,
Yeah,
but I'm fingers crossed that this is the year. This is the year. Let me see. Do we still didn't get another like? Like literally, these people are tough. Double tap
and
the screen. Show some love for Monroe. Show some
we
love for
can do this.
Ruben.
Yeah, show some love for Monroe as well. I mean, this guy has cooked up a wonderful community that I think you all should check out as well. I
Yeah,
mean,
you should.
breakdiving.io. Let's get out there. Let's grow each other and ourselves because what better way to become a caring and sharing community? Sharing is caring, and we can do this together
I agree. Wholehearted.
wholeheartedly.
You know what? I was exactly going to say that wholeheartedly. I agree with you wholeheartedly. It's weird.
Yes,
That's what was going through my mind when I said wholeheart. And I said, I could just say
yeah.
Lee. I said, nah, no one's going to understand that.
There's 10 people. There were 10 people just
There
now
were
in
10
the.
people here and then they disappeared. Jay,
Yeah,
have you
goes
have you
down to
clicked like
seven.
yet? Have you clicked
Yeah,
like? By the way, do any of you have
we can
questions?
kind of like here. Come on.
And Jay, if you're so
So
smart, why haven't you applied to join Break Diving yet at breakdiving.io? You're always on this live stream, but you don't submit
no,
an application. Like what is going on with that?
we
And you guys are not
we can
clicking
do
like.
this.
These people are not clicking like.
Nope.
These people are not subscribing. We're at 862, and we've been stuck there this whole. You know what's weird? When I do those study halls where I'm not talking, more
Mhm.
people subscribe. When I do something where I'm actually sharing knowledge or sharing a special guest or something, they're a lot more stingy.
Maybe the fact that people are scared of reality.
I'm scared of reality.
We all are.
Yeah,
Here,
that's
I still see posts of Malak, Elijah Cannon, Chioma Abonyi,
so Chioma.
um,
Chioma was still there. Malak is still there. Who was the other person?
Elijah Cannon. He was 19 at the time.
Yeah, he is. He's gone. He really loved breakdiving back in the day, and then he disappeared. But maybe the mobile app will bring him back. Fingers crossed.
I hope so. That would be great to see the old members returning.
I they already have because I send out a newsletter letting people know that the mobile app's coming, and like 5 people messaged me goes, "Oh my gosh, I'm so excited, Monroe! I can't wait for the mobile app." Blah 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 blah. Let's talk about God.
Yes, indeed.
Tell me why you think. Well, I always used to believe that everything happens for the reason, or a reason, and the best, and for my best. And like in the last 7 years, I have come to question that because I've had some bad, terrible things happen, and I question God and God's plan for me, and I always believed that I was destined for greatness. I was always that blah blah blah, and then I've just it's been just a struggle for the last 7 years. I lost my dad. Um, I don't talk to my sisters anymore. My mom is not doing so well. I'm struggling with break diving with my YouTube channel and this and that. And then I realized I made that terrible decision with my mom to sell the house in Maine. And it's like, it's just been a real drag for the last 7 years. So, how does this showcase God's love of me?
God works in, like, I've myself had to discover mysterious ways. I mean, I've always been of the thought process. I've always had the thought process that even though we might not see him or might not understand his way of working, um, he does. And I do firmly believe that he does have a bigger plan for us in the long run. Um, yes, for many people, like you say, they want instant gratification and instant relief of what they're struggling with, and that's what most, in my case, Christians struggle with. It's the continuing of the faith that there eventually will come a relief, and all we have to do is wait.
But is that relief only going to come when I'm dead and in heaven, or will I get some relief right now? Because
No, I
otherwise, it's
mean,
like I
like,
have no. What's the point of living? If I have
well,
to
for
live like
me,
the next 7 years, and it was like these last 7 years, it's like I don't really see any point.
no. But in my case, so I had physical abuse from my dad. I left him and my mother back in 2020. I came home to my brothers and sisters.
Uh-huh.
I still struggled with them because I had actually chosen the side before the problems with my dad. I'd chosen his side against, and I had retaliated against my brothers and sisters. So I'd been in a big fight with them as Christians because I didn't share their belief at the time. And my father tried to force the same belief, but in a way more extreme manner.
Uh-huh.
So when I came home and I kind of abandoned all faith and beliefs that I had, and I passed by the Jehovah Witnesses, spent 2 almost 3 months by them. I went to a mosque. I was reading the Quran for close to half a
Not
year.
not a Musk. That's the guy who runs Tesla.
Uh,
Mosque.
a mosque. Okay.
Mosque.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I went to a mosque. And I pretty much did all this over the course of a year. Um, to to say, look, I have tried. I have looked at my time and my speed and my interests. I've searched for my religion, my faith, something that is going to keep me going. And over the last 6 years, since I left my father, yes, my mother has died. I have
Oh, I'm
still
sorry
not
to
heard
hear
my
that.
Thank you. I have still not heard my dad, or barely heard my dad. Things are not going well with the house here where I'm currently living. Um, yeah, the government is looking at our garage because we apparently have bad materials in the old roof of the factory. Yeah, pieces of our roof are collapsing. Not where we're living, but it's not looking good. And in the end, you do struggle with that. Um, but over the years, I have noticed that God has been there for me, and even in small things like leading me back to the local church. I mean, I've found people who have gone through similar things like me, and we've gotten to talking and found ways to cope and to help each other out in indeed growing as a person, growing our faith, um, and understanding that we cannot control everything that happens.
Hmm.
See, little aspect of that was me as the youngest brother in my family, the 13th child. I have two younger sisters and six older ones. And every time one of my sisters would marry or get a boyfriend, I would be like the guy who would walk up this little frantic little kid who would be like, "Hey, if you hurt my sister, I'm gonna hurt you back." You know, but I did it because I love my sisters, no matter what. And I would be heartbroken to see any of them to have pain or go through a heartbreak because of a guy mistreating them. And that's why I did it. Not okay,
Hmm.
yes, it was cheesy and but I did it out of love.
Hmm.
And I think
Well, we
yeah,
got
I
12
think
people now. That's the highest so far today.
and 2 likes.
2 likes. We went up. We increased by 100%
Yes.
while you were giving your little monologue there. So good job.
So let's motivate 12 more people and let's get them into breakdiving.io, everybody.
Yeah.
So no, God has helped me understand stuff like the sense of I cannot control everything. I cannot stop my sisters from getting married. That is their life. They're adults. And that is what I had to understand growing up and becoming a man. That was one of the steps of saying to myself, look, Ruben, you have to let this go. You cannot control it. Thought
Yeah.
of to control everything is stressing you out, is stopping you from moving forward and it's pulling you backwards. So I had
I
to
just
let
don't
that
feel like
go.
I don't understand like why isn't God more present in our lives? Like
God is present. He is everywhere. God is here. He is by you.
I don't feel him though. Where the heck is
We
God?
we don't feel God, perhaps. And like I said, he works in ways that we as a person might not understand at the
Mhm.
time. But he is here, he is working. And also and also accepting that and trusting the process that he works in to change our lives and to change our future. I think that is indeed, as someone who believes, who has faith in God, I think that is the hardest thing to accept, is to say, look, I have to have patience. It is not nice. I don't know what's going to happen. Is it going to take 10 years? But I have to wait because I trust God.
But
And it, you,
why do you trust God?
why do I trust God? Because he has shown steps that have improved my life. Not in drastic measures, not saying suddenly here's a mansion, here's two luxury Bentleys and a Tesla, and now you're the CEO of a millionaire company, and here's 200 billion for you. You're rich now. You have a perfect life. No, 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 no. Little things like um regaining a connection with my brothers and sisters after everything that has happened. Um, letting go of things that were stressing me out, even though I didn't see a way out. And somehow God said, "Here, look, do this, follow those steps, let it go." And he maybe you don't say, "Oh, that's God. God, hey God, hello, can you help me with this, and that?"
Mhm.
No, but he sub. You might not notice it, but it is God saying, "Look, his easy steps, follow it." And in the long run, you're like, "That helped. That is God. That God helped me there." And maybe other people will be like, but how do you know it was God? Because he works in such a specific way that when it happens, when you actually see the result of what he has done and the way that he has led you on, you understand it was him.
So you're telling me that what I can't reconcile is God gives us free will,
Yeah.
yet God has a plan. Those two things don't make any sense logically. If
God has a
everything
God has a plan for everyone,
if God
and
has a plan for me, then I don't have free will.
you have free will. God God's plan is flexible. That is God's plan. That is something that many Christians don't see. They're like, okay, God has a plan, so we have to be perfect. No, 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 no. You have free will. That is the thing. There is no obligations there's rules, the Ten Commandments as a Christian that God would like you to follow, but you have the choice not to follow them. But like God says, following not following the rules does have consequences in your life as a Christian, as a child of God.
Why if we were talking about my mom selling the house in Maine,
Yeah.
and I mean that's just caused me inordinate pain for the last 4 years, 4.5 years. What if God wanted me to sell the house in Maine? Why does it cause so much pain now, and why does it continue to cause so much pain? That's frustrating.
Mhm. I, c- I can not know the exact amount of pain that you have gone through with the house, but I kind of understand it because similar to with my dad, when he beat me and when he hurt me over becoming a Christian, I didn't understand it. I was like, this hurts so much. It is my family. Why does this have to hurt? But now, 7 years later, or 6, 7 years later, I have become a better man. I have found my religion, my and
Uh-huh.
I do for a moment thank my father for what he has done, for the position that he has put me in. Yes, it was a horrible moment at the time back then, but I do thank him for that because he has set me on a road that has lead me,
Led
or
me.
that has led me. It has led me to discover my religion and my faith and find it in a
Uh-huh.
way that I feel is comfortable and helpful and has helped me in my life. So, like you said, it has caused you pain for the last 4 years, but who knows? Maybe 2025 or in
Maybe. I mean, I think back. First of all, Walal, great to see you. I'm
well,
3.5 out of 5 on a quiz. It's not good, but it's not bad. I'd say
you,
that's
it's
you're
like
above average,
75%.
like a 70, 75, something like that, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So I would say you should be very happy with that. That's not bad. Try to do better next time, but C's get degrees. And then there was this girl that I was dating back in 2011, blah, 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 and I really fell for her, and that collapsed. And that was hard for about 7 years. I was feeling the pain of that. But now I look back and I realize, you know what? She wasn't the best person for me. And there's probably somebody better, and my life wouldn't have gone down the path it would have if I had stayed with her. So I try to use that analogy with the selling of the house, but a house is not a person.
No,
And
indeed.
I can understand how this pain can subside, but it's not like I'm going to eventually realize, yeah, you know what? That house wasn't good for me anyway. No, it was. It was a beautiful lake house with all of my childhood memories. And now I don't have a vacation home. Now I don't have a lake house. And it's an extremely, like a dagger in the heart. And I always think like, oh, what would fix this? If I had 2 million, let's say I had $3 million, and I could go buy one of the very big lake houses that's on the same lake. But I realize I don't even think that's going to solve it because we were in a community before and there
Yeah.
were memories there and stuff. I could get a brand new fancy $2 million lake house, but it'll probably be very lonely because
Yeah.
there's no one there. There's no memories, this and that. I'd be like, and I feel like I hate the idea that the rest of my life is going to be chasing what we already had. We had this beautiful trapping of luxury and success, which was this beautiful lake house in Maine, and it's gone now. And now it's like my whole motive, my whole purpose in being now is to become so successful that I can buy another lake house, and yet that lake house may not even satisfy me. I have so many psychological like attacks these
It's
last
it's
couple.
it's something because it had an emotional value for you. It is something that you process or over process in this case because of the value that it had for you. And I think like I think it was my brother-in-law who told me a few years back. He was like, you may be the wealthiest man. You may have a beautiful suit, a beautiful car, um, tons of women, tons of money, the best company, the most beautiful house. But he says you'll still somewhere in there miss the little house in the middle of in the middle of town where you lived with your mother and your father, and
That's
waking up to the smell
yeah.
of Sunday breakfast, how special it was because it has that sentimental value for you.
And
It is
that's what I sold was the sentimental value. They bought it when
exactly.
I was born. So I sold it 40 years, 42 years after they had bought it. And it was like my mom's greatest achievement. She was so proud that she found this beautiful lake house that cost nothing back in 1977. And I just feel like I think the problem is I'm so embarrassed and I'm ashamed of myself because I did this without at the time, and this is how we all know this. We all make the decisions, the best decisions that we can at the time with the information that we had. And so
Yeah.
at the time, I was excited about the selling of it. I remember the last time we were at the house and I had the moving truck and I was moving all of the stuff into the truck. I was excited. I'm going, you know what? I'm so glad we're done with this. Get this out of our lives, new bum bum bum. I didn't realize how much there's that song. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone.
Hmm.
They paved paradise and put up a parking lot, and that's the situation here. I didn't realize what I had, and it's so difficult to get something like that
You know what
again.
I think the difficult part for you is forgiving yourself.
Yeah,
That's the
it's
hardest part
forgiving.
for you is realizing
It's for
you did you did something because you saw an upside to it, but now when you look back, you're like, "Fuck, why did I do that?
oh, don't use bad language on here, by the way.
My bad." Apologize. No, it's like, why did I do that? And now you're like, I cannot forgive myself. I feel guilty. My conscience is gnawing on my mind. But no, you did it because probably somewhere you were like, this is it's the building, even though there was a sentimental value, I feel like it maybe was causing you a level of stress.
It caused a lot of stress. I could tell you all the reasons why I sold it, but none of them. But the thing is, I know so much more about finance and mortgages now, and I could have done. I think I mentioned that on the break diving live stream. That
Mm,
if I knew now what I knew then, I could have just done a cash out mortgage and
agreed.
saved it, and could have still had it. And then like this summer, my mom and I could have gone up there on vacation, and we can't now. We can never again. And something that it reminds me of, and to show you how much this pain is, and I feel like this is the equivalent of what if what if what God told who was it with that killed his was told to kill his child
I think it's was it Jacob?
Jacob. Jacob was told to kill his child, and God was going to do it, but God stopped him at the final moment because
Yeah.
God knew how horrible Jacob would have felt if he had actually killed his. I feel like I was taken to the brink and I actually pulled the trigger and I killed my son. And now I have to live with the fact that my son is dead. And people
Well,
can say, Monroe, you can get another house. You can. It's the equivalent of saying, just get another son. Have
no,
some more sons.
it's good. It's not gonna have the same value. But also, do you know why Jacob did it? Because yes, he was heartbroken with the task that God had given him, but he put his trust in God. He put his blind everything in God. He put
Mhm.
his trust, all that he had, his greatest achievement, his only son. He put it in God. because he trusted God's process,
So you're saying
and
I should trust
and
God that
God saw
everything
his heart.
happened for a reason and that everything's going to work out? Because
I
things
do
don't
believe
work
that.
out. Things don't work out for some people. Look at those poor people in Myanmar. They just died in that earthquake. Almost
Yeah,
2,000 people now, and in Thailand.
no, no,
Maybe,
they're wait, hold on.
maybe in the morning they said,
I
"I
have live.
trust God that everything's going to work out," and they ended up dying that day. And their family is in devastating
Yeah,
circumstances now, trying to pick up the pieces. Like these are my. I'm a big believer in God, but I'm also a big confused mess because I find like a lot of it I don't understand. My friend Sam said, Monroe, if you understood everything, then you'd be God. That's why you don't understand. That's why you're confused, and I kind of like that. Um, I
so
don't.
hi to Athena in the chat, and
Hey,
we
what's
got
up,
three
Athena?
likes.
In 5 years, my hair will be the same. It maybe will be,
I
maybe
don't
it
know if she
won't
was
be.
talking to me. I don't know if maybe she was talking to me that I'm gonna shave my sides
No, because he always
because
makes fun of my hair.
we
But
have both this receding hairline.
yeah,
Um, but it's okay. Um,
apparently
no,
that's
I
God's plan for you and me.
yeah, like Drake sang, God's plan.
Wait. What
Well,
did you say? What did you say?
no, the singer Drake, he has a song called God's Plan. Yeah,
Ah, okay.
it's this little yeah. I don't know if the lyrics are perfectly appropriate, but he does mention God's plan.
Hmm.
So yeah,
I mean, I just I used to be such a stronger Christian. I had such total in my 20s and my 30s, my early 30s. I had when I was your age, basically. I was in such faith in God that Monroe, you're going to be the next movie star. You're gonna take off. Your music's going to take off. I mean, even when I started break diving, I had great faith that everything's going to work out. And it's not. It's 8 years later, 7 years later, and it's still not where. And I'm thinking, God, I always tell. I feel like Job, but I'm the Job that God forgets about.
yeah. I think many people will be like, "Hey, there's 8 billion or 8.5 billion people in the world. How is God gonna have time for us all?" But that is the thing. I didn't see that either until the moment that I had talked with one of the elders in church, and he was like, "God is everywhere. God is spirit. God lives in us. God lives around us." And many people don't be like, "Hey, how can he be in us, around us, everywhere with us?" That doesn't work. That works because God is everything. If you mention anything in this world of
Mhm.
nature, of life, that's God. God is in everything. God is what a funny thing that someone told me. God is the world's greatest programmer.
Hmm.
God is the world's greatest inventor because he invented us. He get. Have you ever thought of um there's this sockeye salmon in America, and every year, like clockwork, they go through this metamorphosis that the males turn a bright red with a green head. Every year, they go up the stream and they breed, they die, and the eggs are laid by the females after they're bred, and the hatchlings they hatch at so much percent. They go downstream, grow up, and then when their time has come as adults, they swim back up and they go through the same process. How has that been programmed in those eggs to say, hey, that time in your life you have to go upstream, change color, and mate with the females? Many people don't understand that every insect, every bug, every animal, even us as human beings, who decided or who created us to say, hey, our finger has to bend on on two or three different spots and bend forward and be just that texture to be able to grip something or to be able to have a hard fingernail to open a plastic bag. Who how how was that programmed in us? Our
Hmm.
parents can teach us how to use our little aspects or how to click a mouse on a computer, but they cannot say, "Hey, now you have to have a hard fingernail. That's that texture that is rounded and sharp, and it's gonna grow, but you have to clip it." Okay, yeah, they can teach us how to clip it, but they don't say it's going to be like that. And
Hmm.
that is God. That is God in us.
Yeah.
Why do I have tiny bags? This was a little battery that came for my red dot for my rifle. So this was a little plastic baggie that came over Amazon. So no, that's not a red flag. It was a delivery.
My red
So
flag is why the heck he's got all these soda cans hanging from his wall.
you haven't seen anything.
That's a lot of soda cans. Are those Red Bull?
That that is Monster Energy drink.
Monster Energy.
This is 46 different kinds.
And you have every single flavor up on your wall?
No, I still need about probably up around 20 or 30 more.
I never knew they had that many varieties.
They do. Sadly enough, it's very unhealthy. Uh,
That's
but
funny. Let me catch
yeah,
up on some of these comments here.
yeah.
Athena says, "Is that
Sure.
a triangle art window? Do you live in the UK?"
Yeah, and I mean, I probably can see a bit further than you. She says,
Oh
triangle
no,
Arctic
yeah,
window
triangle Arctic
here.
window. No, so he lives in Belgium.
Yeah. Um, Weird way to see it, Monroe. I've had a terrible
Oh,
childhood.
I
Did things
scrolled
to
up.
make a living. It was easy. Well, it was
That's
easy or
okay.
necessary. It
Let,
wasn't easy or necessarily legal, but I'm legit now. God shouldn't be a part of making it.
yeah,
Work hard. Don't.
let me cover some of these comments.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm sorry you had a terrible childhood. And
Yeah.
what I would say, you said God shouldn't be a part of making a living, and uh, be happy with what you have, or, instead
Yeah.
of what you want. You'll
Yeah.
be happy. I think happiness is easier, and I'm
Yeah.
learning it is easier for people who started off poor and stayed poor,
Yeah.
or people who started off poor and then became wealthy. But people who started off wealthy and then became poor, that is extremely difficult. And maybe priorities are wrong, but I grew up in a very upper middle class environment. My dad had three Rolls Royces, owned three houses. We had that vacation home in Maine. I didn't have to work until I got out of college. I have no idea how, but my dad made enough money to pay for private school and college out of pocket. He would write a check, and then and I got rid of the lake house. Like, and I've like
Yeah.
put my like it's a I don't know if anyone watching the live stream is in my situation, but it's very easy to say to be happy with what you have rather than what you want, unless I'd like to know if someone in my same situation who started off and grew up in a very sort of wealthy situation and then now is not, and
Mhm.
doesn't make as much money as his father did, can't support his mother like his dad did, doesn't make as much money as his dad did, and like I feel like a total failure. And people who know me know this because I compare myself to my dad and to the life that I lived as a childhood.
Yeah.
And I thought life was easy back then. And I thought success was easy. I saw my dad and how easily he had a successful law firm making massive amounts of money, big six figure.
Yeah.
And I've never made six figures in my entire life. And I'm trying. I thought for years that, oh, I'm going to be like my dad and I'm a great entrepreneur. And it's been 25 plus years of struggling as an entrepreneur. Maybe this is the year. Maybe break diving takes off and the mobile app comes out in 2 weeks and suddenly we're laughing about this conversation. But it is extremely. I mean that is the crux of the matter is I have fallen from grace and I have no idea how to get back there, and it's hard for me to be content with what I have because I've got 43 years of what it was like before my dad died.
Hmm.
So, am I making any sense, Ruben?
You, I think you are, but to a certain extent, what I think again is you're you say I don't see a way to get back since you've fallen from grace. You say I don't see a way to get back to it. But what I do believe is you're trying to do too many things in one time, and you feel like you're failing because you're not getting anything done.
Well,
But if you
I am getting a lot done.
yes, but
That's undeniable, and I'm a very
you're taking
accomplished
too many
person.
things in
But
one
my
time.
things are just not making massive amounts of money.
Mm.
For like break diving has not made a lot of money. My YouTube channel, my monetized one, makes about $300 a month, and this and that. But even though it's doing there, it's just annoying. Like even as a lawyer, I'm a good lawyer, but my dad never taught me how to make multiple six figures of income per year. He could not even teach me. I call those guys the clueless geniuses.
Yeah.
He was a genius and he was an incredible lawyer, but he had no idea. He was clueless how he did any of it.
Also, can Athena, can we keep the chat a bit word appropriate?
Keep
Let's say
chat of what?
a bit appropriate because she
Oh,
said money isn't shit.
who
Uh,
said that?
Athena did. So
Yeah,
we would like to keep the chat a bit
yeah,
appropriate
and Athena
for her level.
here in this channel, I told you that before. It's got to be 100. It's got to be none of the spam messages or
Yeah,
insults or. I know it's funny, and I love having you do it on my own channel, and this and that. But this one, be be the change that we want to see in other people. Let me just read
indeed.
some of these other comments. God shouldn't be a part of making it. It's not, but it makes it very frustrating, Athena. And when I see so many horrible people and untalented people and lazy people succeeding unbelievably so, and I go, this is why that meek will inherit the earth, as Jesus says. I
Yeah,
get it, but it is very angry. It makes me very angry that people who don't work very hard just stumble into success and they succeed at age 17, at 20, at 22 they're NFL stars. I'm like, I've been working so much harder than everybody, and this is something that all break divers acknowledge. The fact that I'm the
it
leader
is
of
true.
break diving doesn't mean like, oh, I thought this guy's the leader of this motivational company. I am, and I'm being realistic and real with you guys. This is
Yeah,
how we all feel sometimes, wondering why am I not seeing the progress that my efforts deserve? And so I don't give up. I keep going, and maybe this is the year, but it is extremely frustrating when I see people who have done far less than me making so much more than me. And I don't think they deserve the success, which shows you that success is not something that's deserved. And I understand what you're saying, Athena. God, God apparently doesn't play favorites, but it pisses me off. I was working at a law firm last year, and they're very successful and have a really successful YouTube channel. And I thought by working there, they would take me under their wing, and they didn't. Very horrible. And they profess to be these God loving people, and they treat everybody terribly. So it's a big hypocritical show. I said to one of the
I get it.
owners, I said, how did you guys get this law firm to be so successful? And she said, oh, we're blessed by God. I wanted to reach out and punch her face. So you're saying the reason that I'm a failure is I'm cursed by God? The reason why break diving has been 9 years, actually, break diving's been 26 years. It was only been 7 years since we launched a community, 8 years since Ruben met me, but I've been trying for 26 years. Why hasn't it come? Because God has cursed me? Because I'm not blessed?
No.
Doesn't you understand? Doesn't
Yeah,
make any sense.
I get where there's the view of like, am I cursed? Is there something wrong with me? No, it is just something. Yeah, I guess something that we need to, like I said, have patience for. I I don't see
But do
another
you
way
think,
of.
do you consider yourself blessed?
Yes,
And or what does that mean to you?
blessed in my sense of religion means I have a roof over my head, I have food, and I'm
So,
alive.
my question is: so the people who are homeless and who cannot afford food today, are they
They're
not
they're
blessed?
they are blessed as well, but they are blessed in perhaps another way.
Mm.
That for I'm something that I might not know because I myself have just been a Christian for a few years. I cannot I cannot say, oh, this is a universal thing. This is how people are universally blessed. No, no, no. I say this is what I feel God has blessed me with. People who
Now,
are
that's a very
homeless,
interesting session, interesting way of looking at it. Because the truth is, I am blessed in other ways.
exactly,
I mean, I've created this amazing community. That's a blessing.
exactly.
I have you as a friend. That's a blessing. I have Athena,
Thank you.
who is an internet YouTube friend. That's a
Yeah,
blessing. So
and we have 4 likes. That's a blessing as well.
that is that is right. We're gonna have five. Double tap the screen. Let's get
We're
5 likes.
gonna have a fifth one.
Athena
Let's
says
see
I've
this
seen
go.
Breaking Bad. I want the other guy's freckles. Silver Spoon Monroe.
Oh
Athena
God.
says you have too much potential. Skydiving. You just want to be okay. You're living life. Struggling, Matt. I believe you're doing okay. Athena, I am I'm doing okay. I I'm doing okay. Yeah, but compared to the way, I don't know, it's hard to explain my situation. It's really, I think part of it is I'm sad because I know my mom is not doing so well as well, and I'm a complicated mess. That's my blessing and my curse. Simulation says you will do great, man. Simulation, I haven't seen you in forever. Where the heck have you been? And by the way, when are you going to join the break diving community? Our mobile app comes out in 2 weeks with
Yeah,
push notifications. Super excited about that.
way more addicted than Facebook and YouTube. Let's do this.
That's right. Athena says, I'd rather stay homeless than be unhappy. Uh, the less you have, the happier you are. And the less ambition you have, the happier you are. That's why, again, those people in Africa, they tend to show like the people in these third world, less developed countries are happier than the people in Europe and the United States and Asia. Why? Because they are just grateful to have a place to live and food. Because
Exactly.
literally, that's living life. That's the good life. And and I know that one of my faults is that I have too great of an ambition and I have too great of an ego, and I believe that I am supposed to be somebody great. And so when I compare my current state to who I always believed I would be, of course it's a huge deficiency. And that's why I read about Buddhism and stuff and stop trying to Monroe, maybe you're not supposed to be great. Maybe you're not. But at the same time, it's like I want break diving to be a global success because I know it'll help more people. And why would I want to keep it the way it is? Why do I want to keep the break diving YouTube channel with 7 people watching us when we can get to the point where we've got 700,000 people watching us? So I also believe ambition is God's way of encouraging us because we're created in the image of God. So, and then anything that we want to do in some way is something that God created within us. And we're trying to become godlike. So whenever we try to better ourselves, it's in some ways we're trying to become like the God that we were created to be. We're not God,
Yeah,
and we fall short of God, but God did create us in His image. So
indeed.
NFL, if you want to be famous, happy and rich and famous are different. That's true. Happy and rich and famous are very different. And if I had to choose happy, rich, or famous, I would choose happiness, 100%. Uh, unfortunately, I don't think I can be happy unless I'm rich and famous.
Call Elon Musk. What's
Um,
your idea?
but you know what Elon Musk once said? He said, he goes, so many people think that they want to live my life, but all they see is the good stuff.
Yeah,
He says you don't see the difficulty in managing so much money. You don't see the difficulty in blah blah. But I still believe that life has got to be a heck of a lot easier for Elon Musk than for any of us.
that's true.
I mean,
But I
he
do
doesn't
think,
have to worry about money at all, and
yeah.
anything he wants to do, he can do. And
But we do have to see the aspect. I think it's like yeah, again, a movie quote from Spider-Man. What Uncle Ben says to Peter is, with great power comes great responsibility. And I do believe that is an actual quote that we should use in life, is as you climb up to a higher tier of job or rank in, say, even if it's the military, you'll have more responsibilities. You will have to do more. Me as a trainer now, certified in robotics, if I go into even entry level position as a trainer, I will have to do more than the basic robot operator. So
yeah,
I think that's stuff that we should take along in life. Is, yes, it might be easier for Elon Musk with all his money, but he also has an absolute truckload of work.
yeah, a cyber truckload of work, in fact.
Yes, a Tesla cyber truckload of
Athena says
work.
I can't donate yet. That's the problem. We're getting very close. We're gonna. I think by June this channel will be monetized. And Athena, we would certainly appreciate your contributions. Athena says, "Don't blame God for your in general nice life." It's not blaming God for the in general nice life. It's blaming it. I'm not even blaming God. Just confused with God. Like, I understand you can't have pleasure unless you have pain with which to compare it. But it's been tough. It's been a tough 6 7 years. Simulation says count your many blessings, name them one by one. Very good advice. That's a very good advice. Athena says my back and neck were broken by 12. Yikes! How did that happen,
Yeah.
Athena? And I'm glad you can walk. Certainly.
I hope she says, indeed, I can walk, and that it's not seem like an edit, and I can't walk.
No. Oh yeah. No. No edit. No edit.
That would,
Uh, Simulation says I am the mitt on your community. What the heck is a mitt? What is a mitt? Simulation. If you could explain that. And Athena says, my dad? What's he talking about, my dad? Do you know what he's talking about,
I
Ruben?
have no idea.
No.
I don't see. Oh, abusive.
Oh, your
Oof,
dad broke your back and neck? Is that what you're
that would have
saying?
that would have been like over the knee, like
I got
probably.
pushed downstairs.
Oh my goodness.
That that is terrible. Well, I'm glad that you are able to walk today. That's a terrible thing. And you
Oh,
have something in common with Ruben. I don't know if you heard before, but Ruben's father mistreated him as well
yeah.
as a child. So,
One
Simulation's name
one
is
more
Mitt.
one more of the ways, Tina, that you are forced, in a sense, to join the break diving community.
Oh, Mitt is in the community. He's saying, I'm the guy named Mitt in the community. Yes, I know who you are,
Yeah.
Simulation. Okay, so you are a member of Break Diving. Awesome.
Tina can join as well.
Athena, yeah, we're waiting for you to join, but you got to use your real photo. You got to use your real name. So, and you have to be nice to everybody in the community. You got to abide by the community guidelines. I don't know if you're up for that, but when
Yeah.
you
Well,
are, you're always welcome.
even indeed, there's no obligations of joining, no obligations for staying, but we would love it if you would stay, because this community is growing. Like um, like Monroe said, we have well, he is expecting. I haven't done anything about it, but he is expecting to release a mobile app.
You can
First,
say we. You can say we. You're part of the community.
the
Absolutely,
royal
we.
the royal we. Uh, no, indeed, we are expecting to release a first generation mobile app, um, for the community, actually, which we are hoping will help us grow. in active members because we are kind of below what we used to be, way below. But we do hope and we do believe that firmly that releasing the mobile app will get us back up to where we belong, where we should be, out there helping people. So
Indeed. By the way, we need one more like to get to five
yeah,
likes. Come on, double
we need
tap the screen.
we're
Simulation,
gonna need a fifth
Athena.
like here.
Athena, no saving your likes until later. You've
Yep,
got to,
no,
and please subscribe to our channel. We
as
do a
well.
lot of this channel is about motivation, inspiration, philosophy, things like that. And it's all inspired by our community at breakdiving.io. Let's see, simulation, are you flirting? I'm saying that you had a rough past. May you be better. You are, in general, a lovely person. I would say, in general, correct. So, what's going on, Ruben? You've got the week off from work.
Yes.
Do you want?
Normally April 7th, I should be getting back to my second, well, smaller location. Um, we will be transferring to robotics over there probably around August, September.
Okay.
Um, so for
Do you
now,
want to?
it's mainly preparation.
Do you want to come back again while on another day this week while you're off? Because this was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'd be glad. And we hit 5 likes. Look at that.
5 likes. We did it.
5 likes. We hit our goal after an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah, that took a long time to get to 5 likes, but you know what? Very happy we got there. Very fascinating
Very worth it.
discussion. You're a very interesting guy. You were an interesting guy before, but it's nice.
Now
This
I'm an
is the
interesting
first time
man,
we. It's the first time we've had an actual chat, just you and me.
and a
That was
decent conversation it was.
yeah, and it was very insightful. I'm sure we gave some food for thought for everybody watching, and for the
And
people
we
who
hope,
will watch later.
especially next time, that
Say it again.
when we join another call or another group meeting, hopefully, that we can have a nice audience. Some likes would be always helpful. And hey, let's just see how good we can motivate the fam out
Absolutely,
there. The break diving
absolutely.
group.
And I will finish with some Dutch with you. Tot ziens.
Tot ziens.
What's another way to say goodbye?
Um, vaarwel.
Say it again.
Vaarwel.
Farvel.
Vaarwel.
Far. Well. Farewell.
Yeah. It's
Farewell.
like farewell.
Oh, farewell.
Yeah.
Farewell.
Yeah.
Is it a
We
V or a
just
W? Farewell or
it's a
farvel?
VAARWEL. Farewell. Yeah.
The
The
farewell.
Dutch language is very intricate.
Yeah, very interesting. Well, I love this. This was great. Great to have you
It was
here.
fantastic.
So nice to see you again. I'm glad I sent out that newsletter and got you to come back. Uh,
Well, it was about time.
it was about time and perfect timing because I think this month when the mobile app gets released, of course, the mobile app could crash the entire site. Who knows?
Who
Um,
knows? But it could also boost the entire site. And indeed, one morning we might wake up just to find a few hundreds of new active members.
I agree. I agree. Oh, simulation said fallen well. Do you see in the? He tried to write it.
Fall and well. Oh, that's good. That's good. Simulation.
Fallen well.
Well,
Well, simulation. Athena. Who else is here? Is there anyone else?
everyone who still is here.
Yeah, everyone else
Uh,
is. You get to
well,
say the final words. What's your final bit of wisdom for everybody? What do you want
our
people to
final
leave
bit of
with?
the final bit of wisdom is you cannot control everything. Leave it to the hands of a power greater than ourselves and focus on writing our own life's story as best as that we can. No
Beautiful.
rules, no excuses, and no regrets.
No rules, no excuses, no regrets. Guys, please come and join us at breakdiving.io. Come and join the community. Simulation MIT. Come back in, give a new post, tell us what you're up to, respond to some other members. Please certify your first dive. How do you do that? Go into your profile and then find the tab that says dives and then click go for it for one of the dives that you want to certify. And hope you guys have a wonderful day. And wonderful, Ruben, to see you. Hope you have a great
Same, Manuel.
afternoon and or
It's
evening.
it's gonna be turning 8 p.m. here for me.
So have a good
I'll be
night.
heading into the night. Same for you, man. Have a great, loving day. This is gonna be. This is gonna work out.
It's gonna work. Here we go. With great
Let's do
members like
this.
you, it definitely we'll get there.
Let's do this, man. See you
Thanks,
around
Ruben.
next time.
Yeah,
Bye bye.
I'll write you on break diving. We'll set up a time for the next one.
Indeed. I
All right.
will. I'll be looking out for that.
See you soon.
See you.
Bye, guys. Please
Bye,
subscribe.
guys.